Hey everyone, it's Travis Michael. In this video I'm going to be talking about why it's not a good idea to put a condensing unit or the outdoor section of a heat pump inside a warehouse building. I'm going to show you some of the problems I'm having and I'm going to make some recommendations on what you should do. Let's get into it. So, in this video here I'm going to show you why the condensing units, or in heat pumps as they're commonly referred to as outdoor sections or outdoor units, why they belong there, outside, just as the name implies. I'm going to show you what we have to do to keep these units from running into issues. So here we have two ductless splits, and as you can see, we got this filter media on it, but you can just see how dirty they are. You know, if you see on the corner, that's what it looks like when it's brand new. And you know, this has probably been maybe 2 months up here running like this. So pretty much every couple months we're out here changing this. Sometimes they run into issues where they're not running right. And we also got a third unit over here, which is our conventional unitary split. You can see it's just a disaster up here. Yeah, this one's running, and as you can see, the same thing, how dirty it is. You know, I mean, you could just see the dust as I'm walking through here. Just how much it's built up and collected, and just imagine that's what's getting sucked into the units. You know, here, if we can get a good look, you can just see there's just a layer of dust sitting on everything here. So I'm gonna go ahead and change these 3-unit filter media out, and you know, you can see it does a pretty good job of keeping the coil clean. Every now and then some of the finer particles do get through, and it does require like a good shop vacuuming. Yeah, that's the issue though, is how do you clean these? You can't use water. They got this little drain pan here, but that's not good enough to really catch if you're going to be washing these with water. But I still wouldn't feel comfortable bringing a garden hose up and trying to rinse these out. Yeah, it does look like they piped into some sort of PVC drain, maybe going outside. But you know, with sheetrock ceilings below us and office space, you wouldn't catch me doing this. So that's why it's always a good idea to make sure you put these outside where they belong. I'm gonna go ahead and put some new media on here. First, I'll pull these ones off. It looks like we're just using some wires. This way it's reusable. It's good enough to hold it on. It doesn't need much strength. As you can see, when I pull these off, dust is really going to start coming free. So I'm just going to roll them up gently. I'm actually wearing a mask right now. Well, 1 for COVID, but 2 to not breathe all this crap in. Just try to do it as gently as possible. See, here's our pleated filter from our air handler. Like I said, that this warehouse environment is just not a very good type of space to be putting any type of equipment. I have seen plenty of other or warehouses, I should say, that are relatively clean. They deal with food products. They use electric forklifts, and you know, they have a crew that every day is just going around cleaning, and they're able to maintain it pretty well as long as you keep up with it. But even still, you know, you might run into problems, at least faster than you would in an outdoor environment. You know, there's a number of reasons why the customer may elect to put these inside a building the way they did, and probably the first reason would be cost. You won't have to get a roofer involved with doing anything, making any penetrations to the roof or sealing it up. You know, you could go out the sidewall of the building and just silicone it, but that's no picnic either. You know, you got cinder block walls, you got to bust through that, and then, you know, it still needs to be properly sealed. So, you know, you can involve one less trade in the job, and it saves you that much more money, you know. And then also probably the installing contractor could figure less time because you're not bouncing up and down from the roof, because you know, a lot of these big buildings, the roof hatch is only in one spot of the building. So you know, you got to go from the indoor units to the outdoor units. It's a much further walk, so it's going to take more time. If you think about it in longevity terms, you'll probably have a better experience with the units lasting longer if you put them up on the roof and they're not subject to this type of environment. And then also think about how many times you got to have people come out just to service these on a yearly basis. You know, a lot of times these mini splits are fairly low maintenance. You just keep the filter inside clean, and depending on what type of conditions you have inside, it might not even get that dirty. So in the long-term aspect, to me, it seems like this will be more costly than just getting the roofer involved in the first place. So this particular build, and I have been here on service calls resolving some issues with these, you know, from the when they do run, end up tripping on a high pressure event. So even the other split system over there, I've had problems with that, where it has a manual reset high pressure switch on the liquid line coming off the condenser. I've had to reset that a few times and put new media on it while I'm here. So, you know, I mean, the last thing you want to do is be in a situation where you got nuisance calls, and both as a customer and as a contractor, because, you know, we have, you know, plenty of work going on, and the last thing we really are looking to do is come out to the job site for something stupid like this. But, you know, I mean, unfortunately, it does need to be taken care of. The customer's got no cooling, and, you know, people start getting warm inside, you're gonna get it for service calls. So I'm just gonna try to get it close, and I'll make fine-tune adjustments once I got it all on there. Unfortunately, that piece isn't going to be too usable. It's just going to end up tossing that. Now I just want to get these hooks that were holding it on back together. Like I said, in my opinion, it'd be much easier just put these on the roof. And in the long run, coils need to be washed. We can get a hose up there and get some cleaner out and clean them. But most likely, it's not going to be as often as these need to be cleaned. And it's not going to be as nasty. At least you're on a roof. Use water and the water just runs off. Oh. So that's all I got for you today. You can see how much of a hassle it is when they put these units inside, as opposed to just being up on a roof. You know, we got to constantly come here and keep that filter media clean, so that you know, the units don't have a problem and don't end up tripping out on a high pressure fault. So if you're not already a subscriber, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. I got a lot more content going to be coming soon. If you like the videos, give me the thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing, and also follow me on Twitter at _TravisMichael. I'll see you in the next one.